Marina, the Eco Goddess. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be with you guys today for a last video of the year. I can't even believe the words that are coming out of my mouth, the fact that it is the end of the year. I definitely had a lot of more videos planned for this year, but time escaped me, and it's because of the projects that I got involved in, some exciting trips that came at the end of the year, and I'm just so filled with gratitude for how this year turned out. I had some really big dreams that I wrote out at the very beginning of 2018, and it's crazy how many of them came true and how many are expanding and coming true as, you know, time goes on day by day. And so this video, I felt really called to make a 10 things that I learned in 2018 video. Let this video and all of my videos really be a platform for you to be you. Be vibrant, be authentic, be brave. So without further ado, let's get into the top 10 things that I learned this year in 2018 that forever changed my life and the direction in which my life is going. Lesson number 1, work hard and go for it. Work hard and go for it. What the heck does that mean? Well, it means that you have dreams. I have dreams. We all have dreams. And some of those dreams, they feel completely unattainable. And that's actually the beauty of dreaming. There's that quote that's something like, if your dreams don't scare you, dream bigger, or you're not dreaming big enough. And that's exactly how I view dreams. Dreaming is connecting to your higher purpose and to your higher self. We are all here for a reason. Whether you believe that or not, I hope to goodness that you believe it, because you are here for a reason. You were chosen to embody this body and to deliver on your purpose. Whatever that purpose may be, dream it and do it. Work hard for it. And I am going to bring in my beloved project that I brought to life this year, Zero Waste Kit. Hence why I haven't actually been on YouTube too much, especially towards the end of this year. I haven't been posting as frequently as I would like, and when I wasn't posting frequently, I really beat myself up about this, but the truth is, I simply couldn't. I was so spread thin, I was exhausted, and the content that I would have made if I had really pushed myself and forced myself wouldn't have been from my heart. It wouldn't have been quality content, which is always the kind of content that I want to put out for you guys. And so I had to take a step back, but it was for this. This was a dream at the very beginning of 2018. I wrote literally in my journal to launch a product that could help people around the world live more in alignment with the planet and also help the planet. And I did, and I just want to use this as an example. It just ended on Kickstarter. We tripled our funding goal. We tried to raise 10 grand and we raised 30. It's literally the best feeling in the world, because this was my dream, and it seemed so unattainable when I first thought of the idea. But working hard and developing a strategy for attaining that goal, in my case, Zero Waste Kit this year, you can accomplish those goals so long as you set yourself up for success. Let's roll into lesson number 2, which is to stay true to you. And I put this as number 2 for a reason. I used to always compare myself to others, and in some ways I still do. I think it's pretty normal as a species. We observe, we vibe with people, we're inspired by people, but we have to make sure not to get lost in all of that and to really stay authentic to ourselves. As one of my besties, Jilly, reminds me all the time, there is only one you, so go and do that and be you and live your fullest life, because that is your purpose. Your purpose is to be you and to be bravely you. Lesson number 3, just ask. Just ask. Oh, there have been so many times this year where I really wanted to ask someone to collaborate, or a friend for some help to help me around on the farm, in the garden, and I had such hesitation and such struggle with that. It was really hard for me to ask for help when I needed it, or to ask for anything in general. And what I learned in 2018 from just asking is that 9 times out of 10, I got my desired result. So I got help on the farm when I needed it. I was able to collaborate with someone some of my dream bloggers and collaborators. One of the YouTube videos that I did pursue this year was a DIY vegan zero waste makeup video, and that was done in collaboration with eco bloggers from around the world. And all it took was me literally crafting a direct message on Instagram to all of them and saying, hey, my name is Marina, do you want to collaborate with me? And they were all like, yeah, you know? And so it's just like pushing yourself to break out of your comfort zone and to go for what you want. Number one, remember, number one is to work hard and go for it. Well, number three is to just ask. Number four is one of my favorites, which is to have a morning routine. I will never forget when I went to a women's circle many, many months ago, and we all were sharing how we were, where we are from, and then one of the questions was share something that is exciting you right now or something that's challenging you. And when it came to me, it was quite simple. I said, I'm so stressed, honestly, with how much that I have to take on right now, and it is my choice. I am doing what I love, and I love what I'm doing, but I can't handle everything. I just feel like I'm going to slowly just burn out. And then one of the ladies looked at me and she said, do you have a morning routine? And I was like, not really, I'm pretty inconsistent. And she goes, try a morning routine and reach out to me in a few weeks and let me know what you think. She was so right, so freaking right. And so I started my morning routine. I have a whole blog post on this because of how much it literally changed my life and my productivity and my happiness and actually my body. I started working out way more and I started to see the benefits of this right away. With this new body and this new aura and this new energy, I felt as though I was attracting abundance because I was feeling abundant. Step number 5, take care of you. Take care of you, self-love. Self-love is so important, and I don't mean self-love going out and getting your nails done or taking yourself out for dinner. All of those are great, great practices, but I mean deeply loving yourself, looking in the mirror at yourself for a good 5 minutes or more and really looking into your soul. This might sound scary to some of you, and it definitely sounded scary to me when someone had suggested this. You know, there was a video that just went viral from my boy Adam Roa, and it's called You Are Who You Are Looking For. And it's all about self-love. And so I can't stress enough how important it is to love you and to take care of you and to really get to know yourself, because you've probably heard it before. You can't even begin to think that you could love someone else if you don't love yourself. You can't spread love if you don't have love. We can't give something that we don't have. Lesson number 6, which is one of my absolute favorites, and it is to surround yourself with your tribe, with your people. People who love you, people who respect you, people who challenge you to grow, people who call you on your bullshit. Yes, those people. You know when you meet someone and you click like instantly and you're like, I like you, and they're like, I like you. And you're like, well, let's be friends. Those kinds of people. I spent way too many years of my life surrounding myself with people who I thought were cool, or, you know, people who I thought I should be friends with, and I didn't have the balls to stick up for myself. I wasn't, I guess, woke enough or evolved enough to really realize how badly I felt when I was friends with them, or how they even brought out bad parts of me. We all have good and bad. There's like good kinds of triggers, like people who trigger you in the sense that they help you grow and they have patience and love with you and respect to help you grow from that point. But there's also people who are manipulative and controlling and possessive, and those are the kinds of people that you want to be like, okay, I will love you from afar, but please stay out of this because I am building something beautiful and I want my life to be as freaking awesome, excuse me, as freaking awesome as possible, and unfortunately, you ain't part of the picture, okay? So that's step number 6, is to find your tribe. And how to find them? Go out and do things that you love. You don't have to go out and be like, what would they love? What would my people love to do? They would probably love what you love to do. Go to things that you're passionate about. Like, I've met some of my best friends at climate marches, at the farm, people who come and volunteer, and so it's just me being in my element and then bumping into people. Sometimes it's also spontaneous, right? Even going to a coffee shop or doing stuff. Like, be open to finding them is what I mean, and be clear with what you're looking for with friends as well. Lesson number 7, balance. Balance is key. This is a big one for us zero-waste vegan lifestylists because we can drive ourselves a bit mad if we try to be so rigid, and that isn't healthy. When I first started 2018, I was really rigid with myself, and it's okay. It was where I was in life. I'm not gonna look back and shame who I was. I was really disciplined, and I still am, but there have been times where I couldn't possibly avoid waste, and back then that would have literally made me have like anxiety or be like, like what the heck? And now instead I just like see it and I accept it, and I have a new perspective, which is that we don't live in a perfect world. We likely will never live in a perfect world. And so just taking that more optimistic point of view of like, you know, it's okay. All I can do is my best is really important, especially when you are following a specific lifestyle and journey. I talk a lot on my social media about nurturing your journey, nurturing the process, taking time to look at where you are and where you were at like 5 months ago and thinking, dang, I really have evolved and I really have learned so much from just taking that first step to get where I want to go. Lesson number 8, which is a bit more like meta, it's kind of up there, but I so strongly and deeply connect to this concept of listening to your gut and your intuition. Okay, so when you are about to go into a business deal or you're about to go to an event, you likely will have energy around that action. And sometimes you'll be like a hell yes, and sometimes you'll be like a maybe, and then sometimes you'll be like, you know, I don't want to go to it, but I feel forced. Going into 2019, if I can request this of you, this is something I did in 2018, only say yes to hell yeses. When there's this like feeling in your body that you know you are supposed to be at that thing, say yes to hell yeses. I can't stress that enough. You have so much information inside of here, and so when you tap deeper, you get to know yourself more. It's kind of going back to that lesson number 2 of staying true to you. When you are staying true to yourself, you are automatically at a higher frequency and vibration because you are just living in your truth and you are living completely aligned with who you are. Lesson number 9 is have fun and enjoy the ride. In the beginning of 2018, I didn't really value this sentiment. I just worked. I would get up super early and I would work until like 10 at night, and I didn't even exercise that day. I didn't eat well, and part of the fun for me is actually taking care of my body and eating well and going out to things, having fun on the weekends, or you know, joining a dance class, things like that. It is super important to enjoy the ride, because when you're not taking care of your psyche, your mind, body, and soul, when you're not happy, the work that you are going to be producing is not going to be at your highest radiance and frequency and energy, and people are going to feel that. And so if you want to create the best content, if you want to perform best in your job, if you want to make the best recipes, you need to be the best version of you. And a huge part of that is to have fun. Giggle, laugh, go and play. Do something that you haven't done before. Maybe join a cooking class or join an archery class. Gosh, I would love to join an archery class. In fact, I'm gonna look into that for 2019. Last lesson of 2018. Are you ready? Number 10 is you are your best competition. Not you are your only competition, because I used to believe that, and it's actually not true. There's always going to be competition. When we pollute our psyche with, oh my gosh, they are so much better than I am, and I'm never gonna be where they are, that is just going to stop you from growing. What you have to do is you have to look at your life and where you are right now and how you can improve. If there are certain parts of your being and your mind and your body that you don't like, improve those things. You are your best template. And if you want to shift the paradigm within your own life, you have to look at your own life. I've been caught so many times in 2018 looking at other users' Instagrams and profiles, and it started to become toxic, and I started to realize that instead of actually creating content or like going out and doing what I really wanted to do and what made me happy, I would just sit all day and be stuck in this mood of I'm not good enough, they're better, they're always going to be better. These are all negative affirmations that you feed yourself with, and negative affirmations, do you know where they're gonna get you? nowhere. Negative affirmations will actually have you feeling stagnant and stuck in a certain place. And I want to just loop in positive affirmations to this last lesson, number 10, which is to put on meditation videos, yoga videos, positive affirmation videos. When I'm having a rough day, all I do is I will literally YouTube positive affirmations and I will listen to them, and it's just like, you are love, you are light, you will, you know, save the world. And I'm like, yes, I am. Keep feeding it to me, you know? And so listening to things like that, but bringing it back to the main lesson, which is that you are your best competition. You are your best competition. And also, when you compare yourself to yourself, you will always be happy if you take action and you work on what you want to work on. The last thing that I want to share with you, which is a quote that was actually on the screensaver of my phone for most of this year, is by Jim K. Wick. If you only do what's easy, parentheses, put things off, procrastinate, the least effort, etc., end of parentheses, life is hard. Do what's hard and life becomes easy. Feed your business until it feeds you back. In the beginning, you will be grossly underpaid, but be consistent, work hard and smart, and eventually it will switch. And you'll enjoy a life reserved for the few who do versus the many who talk and complain. When you do what others won't, you can live how others can't. I love that quote. It inspires me so much and motivates me to really go for it, which is why I put number 1 as just work hard and go for it. So thank you guys again for tuning in, and I will see you guys next year for a whole new year of fun, of eco-fab living. Feel free to also leave in the comments below new content requests that you guys would like to see on the Eco Goddess channel in 2019. Until then, bye! Cheers!